This week, OpenAI didn't just make headlines, it set the entire AI world on fire. A messy GPT-5 launch still echoing online, a GPT-6 scandal nobody saw coming, and a credibility crisis that had mathematicians and rivals laughing out loud. Sam Altman's grand promises, Google's quiet counterattack, and an AI ethics storm, all crashing together in one wild, chaotic week. So yeah, let's talk about the craziest chapter yet in the race for control over artificial intelligence. GPT-5 officially dropped in August. Expectations: sky high. Reality: kinda shaky. Viewers expected a moonshot, what they got felt more like a safe, careful step. Even Sam Altman later admitted the vibes were bad at launch, but claimed momentum flipped once people actually used it right. Inside OpenAI, though, the story sounds very different. They call GPT-5 a real research assistant, a digital tutor that never sleeps, and a tool that actually pushes science forward, not just summarizes it. The problem? The launch stream didn't help. Charts showed wrong numbers. The live demo stumbled. And days later, the team quietly patched GPT-5's tone, making it sound warmer, more human, less robotic. Critics, though, weren't impressed. To them, GPT-5 was faster, cheaper, but not smarter. Gary Marcus slammed the hype, saying the promised AGI and PhD-level reasoning were nowhere to be found. Greg Brockman hit back, saying it's not just about more data and chips, it's about smarter reinforcement learning. And here's the twist: in technical domains, GPT-5 actually is a big jump. Math Olympiad scores jumped from top 200 to top 5. That's massive, but invisible to someone just drafting emails. Still, Altman keeps planting his flag: GPT-6 will be far better than 5. GPT-7 will be far better than 6. That's the rhythm he's selling. Then, things got complicated. Because the GPT-6 conversation took a hard left, from intelligence to intimacy. OpenAI announced it would relax content restrictions for verified adults later this year, allowing sexually explicit text under safeguards. That single statement detonated the AI community. Supporters said, treat adults like adults. Critics said, this is a growth play, not ethics. OpenAI argued it's about control, letting users shape how human ChatGPT feels, friendly or formal, emoji-filled or academic. But outside of press releases, advocacy groups warned of synthetic intimacy, fake emotional relationships that could harm real mental health. And they're not wrong. Because once a chatbot becomes someone's emotional partner, it stops being just tech. It becomes psychology. Europe went even deeper, pointing out the real challenge: no global definition of erotic content even exists. What's legal in one country is criminal in another. And jailbreaking still happens, meaning moderation must be faster, smarter, and expensive. Privacy also looms like a time bomb. If OpenAI becomes the world's biggest platform for adult fantasies, it holds the most sensitive data on the planet. And that means one breach, one leak, could be catastrophic. Meanwhile, another quiet storm was brewing: political bias. OpenAI tested GPT-5 with over 500 prompts, from neutral topics to emotionally charged ones. They found 5 major red flags: slipping into a political voice, escalating a user's tone, framing issues one-sidedly, dismissing certain views, dodging questions entirely. And the most surprising finding: the model drifted more under strong liberal prompts than under conservative ones. So, OpenAI's new fix isn't to turn ChatGPT into a fact-checker, it's behavioral. They're teaching it to be steady, not sweet. To talk like a balanced communicator, not a people-pleasing AI. Because the last thing they want is a model that changes its moral temperature based on who yells the loudest. Then came the most embarrassing headline yet. An OpenAI researcher claimed GPT-5 had solved several OpenAI's problems, major unsolved puzzles in mathematics. The internet went wild. But mathematicians quickly fact-checked it. Turns out, open on that site just meant the curator didn't know the solution, not that the world didn't. GPT-5 had simply rediscovered known answers. It wasn't a breakthrough. It was a mix-up. Critics laughed. The post got deleted. But buried under the noise was an actual point. GPT-5 is amazing at literature scouting, finding research connections humans miss. That's not AGI. But it's still revolutionary. While OpenAI fought headlines, Google was plotting quietly. At Salesforce's annual event, Mark Benioff asked Sundar Pichai, "How did it feel when OpenAI stole the spotlight?" Pichai smiled and said, "Google already had chatbots ready, but we didn't think they met the brand bar." The day ChatGPT launched, Google went into code red. It pulled teams together, rushed prototypes, and fast-tracked Gemini. Now, the company's going big, building a massive AI hub in India, powered mostly by clean energy, linked by submarine cables, and prepping for Gemini 3.0 later this year. This time, they're not chasing hype, they're chasing infrastructure dominance. Back at OpenAI, every new move now carries reputational baggage. The broken charts during GPT-5's launch hardened a narrative, fast and cheap, but not smarter. The math fiasco added fuel. And the adult content debate. That's a whole new minefield. So now, OpenAI must prove three things. GPT-6 really is a massive step forward. Its new content policies don't backfire. It can stay neutral in an election-dense world. None of that's impossible. But all of it's costly. Because from here on, trust matters as much as tokens per second. If Altman's rhythm holds, 6 far better than 5, 7 far better than 6, then the next chapter needs to show it, not say it. The AI race has officially entered its most chaotic era yet, where capability, ethics, and control all collide. If you want the truth behind the AI wars, not just the press releases, you know what to do. Right finger hit subscribe. This is AI Revolution World, and we're just getting started. This week.